A number of years ago, I was introduced to the idea of spoon theory. Spoon theory was a way to look at chronic pain and disability and how it affects the average person throughout the course of their day. The idea behind spoon theory was that each person is given a bundle of spoons at the beginning of each day, and as they go through their daily routine, they spend spoons. Get up and take a shower could cost as much as 3 spoons. Putting on shoes and socks, 2 more spoons. So you start to see that there's a certain amount of energy that goes into every daily task. And when you have limited energy, you start to really care about how you use that energy. Well, I get up in the morning. Okay. Next. I use the bathroom. But it's not that easy, is it? First, you have to make it down the hall. Sometimes you can't quite make it. You see, the spoons were an analogy for the amount of energy it took to get through those little daily tasks. But here's the problem I have with spoon theory. I'm that kind of person that uses the same spoon to stir my cocktail, eat my Lucky Charms, and then feed the cat with the same damn spoon. I was trying to come up with a better analogy. And that's when I thought of Matchstick Theory. You see, a match is a one-time use item. It burns for a certain amount of time, expends actual energy. And when it burns out, the energy it produces, much like my goat juice, is gone. You get up in the morning, strike a match. Watch it burn. Strike a match. And I really hope it's going to last till I get to the bathroom. Many mornings, it doesn't. That's okay. Strike another match. You see, the thing about matchstick theory is you don't always know what you're going to end up with on any given point in your day. There are some mornings you wake up, you go to get your pack of matches, and somebody has poured a glass of water over the entire set. You see, we don't talk enough about mental illness and how it affects us physically, and how our physical pain affects our mood. We can't divorce the two. Yeah, my matches might be good to keep me going. But if yesterday was one of those days where I had to deal with the people yelling, "Hey, you look like a retarded hamster," or the Elephant Man gifs I get thrown up on my Facebook page, it's real hard to light that first match after a day like that. Then there are those days where you wake up to the smell of sulfur. That last spark from last night's last match has landed on your fresh pack of matches, incinerating a lot of them. In the chronic illness community, we call this a flare, and flares happen for a number of reasons. Maybe you were out partying too long with the friends last night. Or maybe you really thought you could handle the extra course load this semester and signed up for 18 credits. And your body is telling you you cannot handle that course load. You see, we don't have a control over that flare. What do? Pull up a drink, hunker down, and hope that tomorrow will be a better day. Then there are the people that insist on lighting your matches for you. These are the people I was just telling you about, the ones that like to scream insults. We have one currently residing in our White House. I remember the day he mocked a disabled reporter on air. I had received that exact same insult, and I knew exactly what he was doing. And sure enough, not a year into his presidency, he tried to reverse the ACA. I don't know if you could smell the bonfire that summer as every last CRIPPLEPUNK, disability advocate, and ally took to the streets of this country to denounce the Repeal and Replace Act, to demand that we keep the protections given to people with disabilities under the ACA. The Repeal and Replace bills didn't work. And because of that, so many people still have their health insurance. But see, this is where I really like matchstick theory over spoon theory. There are so many people that like to try to tell you your spoons are a gift that you should be thankful for and use responsibly. Not my matches. With matchstick theory, I decide when to light my matches, how long to let them burn, and how many to burn at one time. Okay, you're right. That girl you watched park in the ADA parking space is now out on the dance floor tearing it up. She could be faking it. Or, just maybe, she's burning every last match she has. And the second that music shuts off, so will she. Those last few steps back to the car could be the most painful of the night. But you know what? It was worth it. For one night, she got to forget the doctors, the diagnoses, the side effects and the medications, the surgery and the pain. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably look about like the Tin Man without his oil can. But it will have been so worth it. You see, tonight, I lived